Joining us now to talk about that is Republican Congressman from Pennsylvania, Guy Reschenthaler. Thank you so much for joining us, Congressman. We appreciate it.
Rob, Heather, thanks for having me on. I always enjoy it. Thank you.
So do you want to comment on a little bit of that back and forth that we were just discussing involving Senator Rand Paul and Dr. Fauci?
Well, look, I think that one thing's clear. Dr. Paul has been clear and concise and accurate this entire time. Dr. Fauci has not. Dr. Fauci has misled the American people. He was wrong from the beginning when he lied to Congress and the American people, saying masks don't work. He was wrong about the lockdowns when he said that it was going to be disastrous when Texas and Florida lifted their lockdown mandates. Consistently, he's been wrong, and it's time somebody holds him accountable. Dr. Rand Paul has been right the entire time.
What about this committee that's going to be investigating January 6th? Obviously, the Democrats are just pushing to get as much mileage out of this story as they can. They don't ever want to let this thing go. The picks on the Republican side, what do you make of that?
Well, Robbie, you're right. The Democrats don't want to let this go. They want this to go into the midterm elections because they know it's their only shot at turning back the red tide that is coming. But as far as the committee, look, Jim Banks was named as the ranking member. The Republican chairman, Kevin McCarthy, named Jim Banks that. I've got nothing but faith in Jim Banks. He's a Navy veteran. He's the chair of the Republican Study Committee. So I think that there could be no better chairman than Jim Banks, and he's going to do the right thing. You also have Jim Jordan. He's a rock star. Rodney Davis, my good friend Kelly Armstrong, and then Sheriff Troy Nehls, who comes from law enforcement. So we have a good group of 5 individuals, all incredibly capable, and they're going to be trying to get to the bottom of how they can help make sure they prevent these attacks in the future. They're not going to be playing politics. The Democrats will, I can guarantee you, play politics with this commission, and they will try to use it to negate the red tide that's coming in 2022.
Yeah, I see actually on the screen right now, Congressman Jim Jordan is going to be on tonight discussing it, no doubt, on Cortez and Pellegrino. I want to get your reaction to how Democrat Congressman from Virginia, Jerry Conley, described Congressman McCarthy's picks, and actually people accused of rioting as well on January 6th. Listen.
Step one is holding people to account, understanding there are consequences for your actions. Today is a first big step down that long road in holding someone accountable for a treasonous act. And I now hope that Kevin McCarthy, the Republican leader, will stop kissing the ring at Mar-a-Lago and actually genuflect to the Constitution of the United States.
So your response to that?
Yeah, it's just the ad hominem attacks that you see from the Democrats. They're so desperate. They know that the American people agree with our agenda and Kevin McCarthy's message, and all they can do is try to sling mud. Now, when it comes to holding people accountable, what you didn't hear the Democrats say in that clip was you didn't say that he wants to hold people accountable for all the riots and looting that took place during the summer. That cost the American people about $2 billion with a B, $2 billion. And last time I checked, Kamala Harris was paying the bail to get these rioters and looters out of jail. So let's start by holding Kamala Harris accountable for some of her inflammatory remarks and her actions that encouraged the rioting and looting that we saw in the summer. And let's see Democrats try to hold Antifa members accountable. So again, it's rich, it's political theater. I do not take what that gentleman said seriously. If he wants to talk about holding people accountable, he can look at the Antifa riots that took place.
All right, Congressman Guy Reschenthaler, thank you so much for joining us. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be on.